me and my dad always used to talk about Spurs and how they've been bottle jobs from day one. This is going to be a 3-0. It's going to be easy. Nothing to do with us. It's just Spurs. I told everyone those 3 1-0 results that they got at the start of the season was fraudulent.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz Round Table Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy, Mr. KA, with me. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm just waiting on the truth. He's just, I don't even know where he's been, but like, always talks a big game, but he's a no-show. But hopefully he will be able to make it. He doesn't leave it too late before he joins us. So hopefully, viewers will get to see him today.
Mr. K and the truth have been going like since this morning. They've just been talking to each other. I'm just like, save it for the poddy. But Mr. K is right. He's not here. Hopefully, he should be joining us very, very soon. Can't put a time frame on it. If he doesn't join us by the time we're done, then he doesn't get to pick in the Prem predictions, isn't it? So that's another L that he's gonna have to take, like last week when he wasn't here. But
he kind of lost to myself, right?
Yeah, we all lost to you. But anyway, that can come later on.
Typical truth, not trying to avoid giving flowers. Typical truth, all mouth.
Oh dear, I can't wait for him to see it because he's gonna have no rebuttal because he's not gonna know what's been going on. But people, it is another edition of Footie Chat. We're going to be talking all things. It's all things Premier League this week because we got some massive games in the Premier League this upcoming weekend. But before we start, as usual, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share, smash the like button, get it out there because we are here. Only channel out there that gives you a variety of different sports with nothing but banter and in-depth analysis and all that good stuff. And don't forget to share, don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. See, now the truth has kind of messed up the plan. The plan was to start off with the North London derby. But because him being the other Arsenal fan isn't here, we can't start off with that, even though that's what the show is mainly about. So, Mr. KA, just to pass time to allow the truth to join, because he's doing some personal stuff right now. We're going to focus on the other big game of the weekend, which is Chelsea and Manchester City. Chelsea, obviously unbeaten in all competitions this season, won the Super Cup, doing well in the league. Obviously, in the League Cup, they had to go to penalties, but they are through. Only joint top of goals conceded, second league in terms of goals scored. They're looking pretty good at this moment in time. I know you and myself tipped them to win the league. This is the big test. This is the massive test. This is the champions of England versus the champions of Europe. Obviously, you know what happened in the Champions League final where Chelsea took it. But from your perspective, what are you expecting from this game?
What happened?
Oh, look at this guy, Rev.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm a wanted man.
People. Where is he even talking from? Oh, there we go. It's come up on my screen now. There he is.
Keep sending for me.
Man's voice is sounding bare muffled, bro. Like to say he's in Baghdad.
Oh, shit. You guys can hear me clearly, yeah?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
People, the truth has joined us. So he's completely thrown off what I just said.
I know.
Mr. KA.
I know, literally.
In terms of Chelsea and Man City.
It's Mr. K. He's not important, man. Not important. Tell them to go to sleep.
I have to say, I have to stick up for Mr. KA here because he showed his commitment last week, coming on with Corona to come
Hey.
Hey, I don't care if he had what do you call it, Ebola. I don't care.
That's racist.
Oh, wait, we're still filming, isn't it?
Call a spade a spade.
Oh man.
I know people, he didn't have Corona, he had a cold, just to point it out there, because I don't want man getting sacked from his job the next day. You lied. No, we don't want any of that. He did have a cold, but he showed his commitment last week coming on, even though, you know, I think he was drooling a little bit towards the end, but he did show his commitment.
KA doing the prediction. I thought he was going to pass out. I'm not joking. Before you passed out. I was watching food. I felt in pain watching you. I'm no lie.
Nah, not gonna lie. I did feel for him towards the end. I had to rush it, bro. Cause I was just like, this guy's wounded. But he did take one for the team. But yeah, let's get back to normal schedule. And welcome to the truth, people. He's back from his sabbatical. Don't know where he's been, but he's back in the building. But seeing as he is here now, let's put the Chelsea Man City to one side and focus on what we wanted to focus on, which I said to Mr. KA, which is the North London derby. It is upon us.
The biggest derby in world football.
Well, it's not, but you know,
name a bigger derby right now that's got more hype than Arsenal Tottenham.
United Liverpool.
That's not
really a proper derby, though. I don't really.
And even United City, but United City is not the same.
When I say derby, I'm looking at Liverpool, Everton, Milan.
Yeah, fair. I mean, what? It's the Northwest derby. I'd say that's the only one. Nothing else compares. There's
only one thing that's got more hype, and that's the Glasgow derby.
Oh yeah, Rangers Celtic. Yeah, that's probably the only one right now. We know we're Classico, but that's nothing right now. Yeah, that's in the abyss right now. But yeah, I have to agree with you there. North London derby in terms of English football is probably the most sought after derby in this current climate. And Mr. KA, Arteta in, bruv. Listen, listen. No. Let's not laugh. Let's not laugh. Yeah, it was a horrible start. He came first game, he had to come up against a team that had just been newly promoted. They were hyped, right? Then you play the European champions, and then you play the English champions, right? So it was a difficult start for Arteta. After the international break, he's gone, he's done his tactics, he's spoken to Pep, right? And it's 2-1-0 to the Arsenal, right? That he's gotten through. Kept 3 clean sheets in 3 games if you include the League Cup, right? So he's obviously done something to turn things around. So Mr. KA, for you must be very, very, very confident going into the North London derby this upcoming Sunday.
I don't know about very confident, but I'm confident as I would be with most North London derbies. Not like it was back in the early 2000s and 90s where I was just like, yeah, this is done. It's not even a chance for Spurs is given. But I do think both teams are closer in sort of like level and confidence going into this game. I think both teams will think they can win. I think those Spurs could argue that they've got a few injuries still. They could be on a slight downward momentum, but as I said, they've kind of met in the middle. I feel with Arsenal getting a 2-1-0 wins, just to kind of give them that little bit of confidence. So I think they'll both go in, believe that they can win. Arteta will feel like he's kind of alleviated some pressure from himself, but and Nuno, first time doing a big game like this, I think. I don't know. I think Arsenal can win, but I think it can go either way. I know I'm sounding like Switzerland again right now, but I think Arsenal can win, but I think it's going to be a very close game. I think it's gonna be fine margins that's gonna decide it. I think who can kind of take their chances, who can kind of make that key pass at the right moment. I think the Arsenal home crowd will be a big factor, which might give us a little edge. Because the fans are gonna be back, they're gonna be excited, buzzing for this big game again. They're gonna be singing to the Tottenham fans, and the Tottenham fans are gonna give it right back. So I think it's gonna be a good game, and I think it's gonna be 2-1 Arsenal. We're gonna edge it 2-1.
We haven't done. I know you're gassed because you won the Prem predictions last week, but we're not even there yet, bro. Every 5 minutes, this guy's gonna be mentioning scoreline because he won last week.
It's just for this game, just kind of like say what I feel like is how kind of close it's gonna be. It's gonna be fine margins and like big moments that's gonna decide the game.
No, 100%. I agree with you. I agree with you because of where both teams are at right now. But at the same time, I think the confidence should be there from Arsenal. I mean, truth. I think I asked the same question last year, and nothing's changed. I mean, in terms of Arsenal being at home, last time Spurs won there was anyone?
Oh,
Top of my head, 3-2,
Yep.
2010.
Yep, that's it. So it's been 11 years since Yunus Kabul scored that header. It was a header. Yeah, it was a header. That free kick. Yeah.
I think we teamed up that game as well.
Huh?
I
You
think we
two in luck.
Shamak.
Shamak, bruv.
Oh, I don't mention those names.
But yeah, I know Spurs have won there in the FA Cup in 2018 since, but in terms of the league, it's been 11 years since Spurs have gone to the Emirates or the Highbury, whichever one you want to call it, and actually go and win. So for you, you must be confident based on all the factors there, and you lot are going in there with a little bit of confidence that you can just discard of Spurs.
Look, forget confidence, forget my thoughts on Arteta and Arsenal. This is all about one thing, and that's Spurs. Okay? I keep on shouting and no one wants to listen to me. When I talk about Spurs, people need to listen to me. I am a scholar when it comes to Spurs. I've been a scholar since young, since I started watching football. Me and my dad always used to talk about Spurs and how they've been bottle jobs from day one. This is going to be a 3-0. It's going to be easy. Nothing to do with us. It's just Spurs. I told everyone those 3 1-0 results that they got at the start of the season was fraudulent. They were flattering to deceive. Let me tell you the stats from those first 3 games. 3 games, yes, they won all 3, but they created 19 chances. 19 chances they created in those 3 games. Who they played last week?
Last week was Chelsea game.
I think they only increased it to like 25 or so. In the same span, Wolves have created over 60-something chances, almost treble their chances. You know, us ourselves, we have created over 50 chances, and we haven't even played that well. When you think that we played Chelsea and Man City. So this team just always flatters to deceive. This is nothing about us. This is literally all about Spurs just being bottle jobs. I expect to win, and if it's not a 3-0, I want that fraud who's sitting in a dugout with that fake hair to go. Because this is the game. Because this is the game. Forget Burnley, forget Norwich, where he somehow eked out 1-0 against teams that everyone has been freaking whooping for the last few weeks. I think Norwich have conceded how many goals? 50?
Something dumb.
Like they conceded 13 goals in 12 games, and we only got to beat them 1-0. No. I need this to be a beating because it's Spurs. I want to stick the nail in the coffin in because those idiot Spurs fans at work and all over after 3 games, yes, we're top of the table. Arsenal are bottom. Imagine we beat them, we can actually go level on point with Spurs.
I was gonna say this, yeah. It's like
imagine that.
After the start that we had as well.
The worst start from your Premier League team. Forget Arsenal, from your Premier League team since 1964 and 1974 when West Ham did it. The worst start. And after 6 games, we can go level on point with Spurs. They never fail to disappoint. They never fail to disappoint.
Look. Obviously, you brought that factor in. Obviously, they got off to a decent start and have tailed off, obviously, getting battered by Palace, drawing in the Conference League, then losing to absolutely being destroyed by a Chelsea side that were in second gear, didn't even come out of second gear. And now we're going into a North London derby. So when you look at it, Spurs are not in a great place. They scraped through on penalties in the League Cup as well. I mean, if they would have went out in that, Jesus, even I would be saying, yeah, it must be 4 or 5 from Arsenal. But it's a North London derby, and we've got to address the man in the background, Mr. Sugarcane. I mean, does anyone know where he is? Milk cartons, bro. Like, listen, SOS. Smoke signals.
He might be still in meetings. That's.
I mean, what is he still in Gary Neville's house? Because Gary Neville seems to be his agent. Like, where is Sugarcane right now? I know he scored in the League Cup. I know he scored in. I know he scored for England. But
he hasn't scored for Tottenham this year.
He hasn't scored for Tottenham in the league.
In the Premier League.
So someone's answers on a postcard, people. Like, where is Sugarcane? Let me know. When you let me know, then we could probably try and give Spurs a little bit more of a chance. But all jokes aside, it's a North London derby. We know he loves scoring in the North London derbies. Are you lot not a little bit concerned that because he's been in such bad form, this is the perfect game for him to say, I'm back?
No, most definitely. We'll be fools not to be afraid of Harry Kane, despite how he's playing. He's still Harry Kane, as you mentioned. He loves the North London derby, so he will use this opportunity to kickstart his season, and he's going to want to score. You're going to see the Harry Kane where he's shooting from 30 yards, 40 yards, just to try and get his confidence up. So I think Harry Kane is going to turn up, whether he will score or not. Excuse me. So whether he will score or not, that's a different question, because he's going to be without, or he potentially could be without, his main striking partners in Bergwijn, Son, Lucas Moura. Like, they may not have them all available.
Did he play against Chelsea?
Sorry?
Yeah, he did.
Son, I thought Son's fit. He played against Chelsea.
He did, but that
did,
was
but is he 100% though?
This is it. Thing. Yeah.
So I think we'll be stupid not to like plan for Harry Kane and like put an actual good defender on him and try and sort of get him off his game, because he's going to be up for it. And as a fan, I'll be a bit nervous every time he gets the ball.
He will be up for it 100%. And but the thing is, for him to have any effect on this game, he has to be playing as a centre forward. And truth, right now, Harry Kane is playing goalkeeper, centre back, full back. I think swing this team is the K, because the truth is doing something right now. But he's playing centre back, right back, centre mid, right wing, DM. Like, why is it that because of what Jose Mourinho did in the beginning of last season, right, where Harry Kane was dropping in and then playing out, why is it Harry Kane's taking it upon himself now to try and do everyone else's job instead of doing his own?
Well, we've seen this from Harry Kane before for Tottenham, as you mentioned, last season, and also for England. That World Cup, I think the last tournament before, where he was taking corners, free kicks, goal kicks, throw-ins, like he was cutting up the oranges, he was doing everything. Like, so we've seen this from Harry Kane. Sorry, excuse me. We've seen this from Harry Kane before. And it seemed to work with Mourinho. I think the way Mourinho had the team set up, Harry Kane had a great season. I think he had got the assists, got the goals. But this season, he's kind of reverted back to old ways, just not working for him. And he needs to kind of like, I think because of the start of the season, I don't think he's in that footballing mindset where he can come and play the way he played last season. He still needs to get warmed up, I feel, before he can start doing stuff. So he needs to go back to basics and just be shooting, getting getting in the box, going for goals, scoring goals. And I just don't think it's working for him. But if he wants to do that against Arsenal on the weekend, I'll take it.
No, 100%. I think Sugar Kane's still feeling the effects of not getting this transfer to City and all the rest of it, as well as obviously Nuno's tactics. But true for you, obviously, the last 5 games, Arsenal have only won 1 of the North London derbies in the last 5, won 3 in the last 10. So Spurs, I know Spurs' wins have been at home and whatnot, but they've had a few draws at the Emirates. So for you, how does Arteta approach this? Does he go all guns blazing? Because a lot of the injuries, a lot of the injured players are back now. So I think it's role reversal, to be fair, because Spurs have got a lot of players out now and you've got a lot of your players back. So do you go out there and absolutely blitz him, or do you do what Arteta's been doing and just try and get the 1-0 to the Arsenal?
Trying to put my, feelings for Arteta aside, and I'm just looking. I think we just go out there, the formation and the team that we have now. I said, so before 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, after the bad run that we had, when I went back and looked at it and I gave you the team, our first 11, I still maintain our first 11 is a top 4 first 11, especially with the signings that, I like the way Tomiyasu's playing. He's coming. I like his tenacity. He gets up and down and, he's got engine on him. We all like Lokonga. He's a baller. If Partey could remain fit, he's still a top class midfielder. He just stay fit. He showed when he showed against Burnley. Odegaard has probably been our best player since after the Man City game. In terms of
free kick.
Yeah, but just him on the ball in general, I think he's created the most chances for us. And obviously you got Saka. He's always going to give you, 7, 8 out of 10. Oba needs to find his shooting boots. Our team needs to find his shooting boots, because I think we had 30 shots against Norwich, scored 1. We had about 20 against Burnley, chances as well, scored 1. So our team has to get their shooting boots on. The defense is starting to come together. I think that's our first, that's our best 5. Ramsdale, White, Gabriel, Tierney, and Tomiyasu. I think that's our best 5, and it's starting to come together. So with that team, I maintain that's a top 4 side. With a good manager, that's a top 4 side. Now, going into this game, I want to see the exact same team. Maybe not Maitland-Niles. Give me Partey and Lokonga. I'm a huge fan of Lokonga. I don't know why Arteta is being so passive with him. I'm a huge fan of him. Throw him in. He's ready for the battle. And dare I say, Tottenham are there for the taking. They are there to shop. The only reason Nuno is a baby Mourinho. He's only got that one style, and they have to count. And it's easy to play when a team has to, when they have to counter-attack. Tottenham are not going to dominate you on the ball. So there's no point of us letting them have the ball. I think that's stupid. Let's dominate the ball. Let's press them into submission, and the game will automatically be there for us, I think. It will automatically be there. That being said, like you've mentioned before, a manager could be the sticking point. Is he brave enough to go for a game like this? Maybe he knows that a lot is on the line. Maybe he knows a lot is on the line for the North London derby. I want to see us go for it. I just don't know if our manager will. But I know that our team right now is better than Tottenham's team, player for player.
Fair enough. One more question. Is Xhaka back?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Why you mentioned that before? You're trying to bring me down.
I'll leave that to the truth.
I mentioned our first 11, and it did not include Xhaka. So why are you mentioning Xhaka? Why are you mentioning Xhaka?
No, he is the leader.
There's no mistake. Since he's been gone, we've had 3 clean sheets.
No, but on a real talk, is he actually back?
Huh?
Is he actually back? I'm actually asking a serious question. Because I think he is. And Arteta being Arteta, Arteta being Arteta, because it seems that Jack is his boy. I'm not even taking a piss. I'm being serious.
Yeah, look, Arteta and Carr the same. They
Mr.
love
KA, Mr. KA.
They love.
I don't love Xhaka. I've told you guys before.
They love Granit.
But as a footballer, I see why he's in the team.
How?
In our team. That doesn't say much for our team. But for what we've got,
I don't see how. Based on what? Have you noticed any difference or anything with him missing last few games?
not really. But we played easier teams.
We played Brentford.
Yeah, but as you said, first game of the season, they're up for that. It's going to be a buzz and all that stuff.
It doesn't matter. We played Brentford. It was Brentford. He was hounded down by Brentford. And go back in the past. What has made you think that Xhaka in any game would be a difference maker? Do you remember last year at Burnley? What happened last year at Burnley when we faced Burnley and he got the red card?
I remember, but I think he can help a team in terms of the way he moves the ball in the midfield and how he connects the plays and attack. So I think he can help.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's like saying you got a car, yeah? You got a car. Two wheels are missing, but I can still drive.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
It's
but it cannot car. But it cannot. I was actually waiting for you to come up with a good analogy, but that was just terrible.
No, listen.
How can two cars with two wheels?
This guy never lets me finish my point.
Let me talk. Let me talk.
Because you've already flopped two wheels.
Listen,
You've got two wheels in the car. Come on.
Listen, what you can still
Who's
drive
in a car with two wheels.
You can still get to A to B. It's gonna be a bit
long.
It won't.
No, it won't. You flopped that one. I was actually waiting for you to give me something good because I do empathize with some of your points about Xhaka. He's a liability most of the time, but with the players that we have and the team that we had last year, we needed to play him because he was competent enough. Sorry?
We don't need to play him now. I don't even think he gets into the substitute.
Maybe that's true, but as you said, he's Arteta's boy. He's got the experience. He's gonna go for him ahead of Lokonga, unfortunately, in a big game.
I'm telling you right now, if I see Xhaka in that first 11 on Sunday, it's Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the main event. It's the main game.
If I see Xhaka in that first 11 over Lokonga, we are going on live, and I am staging a protest. A sit-down protest. In fact, we're gonna be at the Emirates and we're gonna stage a protest. You guys are coming.
I know, guys said we.
No.
I'll be in my house.
We're going. We're gonna be live
in my house
from the Emirates.
Oh, I think we've lost the truth. See,
we lost the truth.
This is what happens when they
live from the Emirates.
Okay, he's back.
Oh,
what happens with the Illuminati? Yeah, they will see that you're talking.
Cronky set me up.
The Illuminati are taking you out, man.
They're trying to set me up. I don't look. It's official. If I see me at start 11, we are going to live from the Emirates, and I am staging an official protest because that will be the final straw for me. I'm gonna burn down the mountain. I'm gonna burn down the house. I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't understand why I need to be there. I couldn't care less if he plays or not. It's entertainment to me.
You're the one that started this fire.
I just wanted to ask if he was available. Oh man, but man, we got to move on. But people, it's the first big, well, not the first one on, but it is the big game of the weekend. We've got a double header of big games coming up: Arsenal versus Spurs, and obviously you can see from the truth from Mr. KA that losing is not an option in this game. If there's one game that Arteta is gonna want to win to buy time, this is the game. So
Remember,
he
I
needs.
said it'll be this game that he'll start to ask questions if we lose it.
No, it's
I
true.
did say so.
Mr. KA did say that. So
Apparently, Conte's by his phone. He's gonna be by his phone come 4 o'clock. He's gonna be
The
ready
thing
to
is,
ask.
Conte likes money.
Conte's
You
gonna
won't-
be by his phone Saturday by 2:15. That's where he's gonna be by his phone Saturday 2:15. That's when Conte's gonna be next to his phone. But yeah, people need to tune in. Make sure you watch the big North London derby game. It's going to be tasty as it always is. But we need to move on because, as I said at the start of the program, we've got another big game on the weekend. That's a 12:30 kickoff on the Saturday, and that is Chelsea versus Man City. Mr. KA, I don't know if you remember what I said at the beginning, but I was basically saying Chelsea are in great form right now. Obviously, got the Super Cup behind their belt. Obviously won the Champions League, joint most clean sheets in the league so far, second in goals scored, joint top of the league as well. This is the big test. This is the acid test. Obviously, it's the champions of England, Pep Guardiola. What are you expecting from this game?
I'm expecting a big game. I'm expecting two juggernauts to go at it, even though City are not the City we saw from the last couple of seasons. But they've still got the players that can make this a big game. They've still got that stalwart of a defense. But Chelsea are coming in on a high. They, as you said, they ended the season with trophies. They came in winning trophies. Their players are getting individual trophies. They've made big signings and they're on a high. So Chelsea will feel like they can beat anyone. They feel they do, I believe, feel like they're the best team. Players are coming in and putting in performance. You got players like Rudiger making runs from centre back and shooting. So they're on a high. They will go in wanting to win and to prove a point that they are the new number one team in the league. They've got the Premiership that they're chasing. They've got a Champions League that they want to defend. First game. I didn't realize it's the first game, so it's going to set the tone for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give a prediction, but I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a hard one to call, so I'm going to be thinking about my scorelines throughout, man. But I think it's Chelsea. No, sorry, it's City's lack of striking up front, which I think may hinder them coming up against the defense and goalkeeper that Chelsea have. But City being City, they've got Jackie Boy, they've got other players that can cause damage. So it's going to be a great game.
No, 100%. I agree with you. I think the truth alluded to it at the start of the season with all this false nine malarkey and them not having a proper centre forward to go out there and score the goals. And it's the goal that, last week was a prime example. You have a proper number 9 in that game, you probably win it 1-0. And that's the difference maker of having a proper centre forward and not having one and having a fluid system. But truth for you, it seems like Tuchel has got Pep's number. When you remember last season in the FA Cup, they dominated Man City in that FA Cup game. In the league game, they had to show heart and determination to come back and beat City in the league. And then in the Champions League, they had to go out there. They scored in the first half and then to hold on to what they had. So they've beaten City in 3 different ways. So has Tuchel got Pep's number? Is it a case of Tuchel just knows how to play against Pep, and Pep, from what we've seen, hasn't come up with the answer yet to deal with Tuchel's Chelsea?
I don't think this game is going to be as competitive as people think it's going to be. I think Chelsea are just going to wipe the floor with City. You literally just said it. Tuchel's got Pep's number. Pep doesn't have a clue. Imagine, Pep's so confused. He thought in the Champions League final he could play without a defensive midfielder. He
Oh,
doesn't know.
yeah.
He doesn't know what he is doing in terms of how to play Tuchel. And the thing with Chelsea, at this point in time, they just have the perfect balance. They've got the perfect balance going forward, and they know how to defend. And they play the counter-attacking formation perfect. This is how I want all teams that play counter-attacking football. This is how you play counter-attacking football. I think Liverpool as well have the balances right. That's what they did. That's what they did. The thing, and this is what Man United just don't do. This is what Arteta doesn't do for Arsenal. This is what Mourinho's Tottenham and Nuno's Tottenham don't do. They always forget the whole point of counter-attack is the attack bit. You cannot attack with 3-4 men. You have to have numbers going forward. When you see Chelsea bombing forward, they have at least 5 guys all in position because they need the numbers. They need options. When you see United, Arsenal counter-attacking, you have 2 or 3 and they're spread out so far and they're trying to use their pace. It's basic, it's easy. Tuchel's got the balance perfectly right. And Pep, as of right now, cannot figure out what to do against it because defensively they're sound. And then going forward, they're throwing numbers when they're making posts. And the problem they're going to have is that they've got the big man, Lukaku, Mr. Big Game himself. Mr. Big Game himself, who's showing up for the big game, whether he's scoring or not, showing up in the big games. Last week, showed a different side of his game, created 4 chances for his teammates. None of them could take it, not his fault. He occupied the centre-backs. That's all you ask your big men. If your team wins 3-0, that's all you can ask. He had a great game without scoring, and that's what you want from your number. And this is what Pep's team doesn't have. You mentioned it. A striker, even against Southampton, if he doesn't score, he draws attention to himself to create even more space for the other players. The only hope Man City have in this game is KDB. Because that guy is different levels. I love that guy. I love him as a player. He's the only person that's capable of creating magic by swinging that right peg of his, whether it's for an assist, spotting the run, or even a strike from outside the box or a good finish. KDB is their only hope, and they need KDB to have a magical game. That's the only hope. Otherwise, there's no hope for me. I think the Chelsea are gonna wipe the floor with them 3-1.
I mean, this KA, look, we're all impressed with what Chelsea have done so far, and obviously the balance that Tuchel's got and the players that he's got. But City, I mean, even though they ain't got a centre forward, they've got KDB, they've got Jesus, they've got Mahrez, they've got Jack, they've got Gundogan, they've got Foden, they've got all these big players. So surely they can come up with something to compete against Chelsea.
You would think so. And they have got great individual players and that's why it will still be a great game. But again, like I talked about in the North London derby, it will come down to fine margins as it does in these big games. And I think Chelsea just have the edge. I think they edge it in nearly all the categories. So, and I think that's what's going to take them to the win.
No, 100. No, listen, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make a case for Man City. Truth, don't you believe that Pep?
He's a fraud.
I think they can still cause an upset. It's even weird saying upset. I think they can still get a win. With the talent they have on the field.
Away from home.
They've got the talent on the field. I think they could make something out of nothing.
I don't see it. Just because I just don't see how Pep can lose 3 in a row. I just don't see how he could lose 3 in a row and then all of a sudden change up. Like nothing he's done as well. I'm trying to work out what he's going to do. Maybe Diaz is gonna play up front and they're gonna go 4-4-2 and hit long balls. I don't know. I just don't see what he could do to change it. False nine doesn't work. Playing Jesus didn't work. I'll tell you what. There's one enigma that I forgot about, and that's Grealish. Remember the last game of last season? He did destroy Chelsea. He did. Chelsea United in that last game, and Villa was Villa against Thingy. So maybe he's got also a important part to play. But then I'm just worried about them having no striker.
I mean, this is the thing, and it's a big week for City. I mean, away to Chelsea, away in Paris, away at Liverpool. So this could be a defining. Well, it's not a defining week, but it's a massive week in terms of where we can see where City are in terms of their squad and what Pep's trying to do and what Pep's trying to achieve. So it's going to be an absolute mad one, and I'm here for the Chelsea versus Man City. I think it's going to be such an exciting game, and we'll see what happens, and we'll see if Lukaku can get a goal against one of the big teams. We'll see if he can do it.
If he scores, that's it. Yeah, no more. If he scores no more, he can't score against a big team. I don't care. If he doesn't, but he has a good performance, then he has a good performance.
Fair enough. We'll see what happens.
If he doesn't touch the ball and Chelsea lose, then okay. I'll be like, okay, maybe he's got a mental block, but otherwise.
No, we'll see what the fat man does on the weekend, bro, against Chelsea. Bro. We shall see. But what's it name? Oh, forget that. Quickly, because like we're running out of time. Just ask your stupid questions, bro. Because I've got nothing to say about Man United, bro.
First of all, top of the league, joint top of the wait. Are they top of the league, innit?
Yeah, joint.
United's title to lose, man. That's all I gotta say.
Has there ever, and this goes to KA as well, has there ever been such pressure on a manager who's been top of the league ever before? Ever? Top of the league, you know? And there are calls from certain sections of the United fan base for the second coming of Alex Ferguson to be sacked.
It's probably happened at Chelsea.
No, not top of the league. Not top of the league.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure Chelsea have been in good positions and still gotten rid of their manager.
Fans, I'm talking about the fans against the manager when they're top of the league.
No, probably not.
Like all that feel-good factor from Ronaldo has just disappeared. And I just need to know why. Why, yes, they went at the Carabao Cup, but isn't that a blessing?
Look, right. The reason why there's so much clamour for this man to be sacked is purely because of what has happened previously in these how many years. Obviously, it's coming up to him being 3 years in the job, and there's still no trophy to be seen. Obviously, the young boy result, it is what it is. Sending off, it happens. 2 mistakes, it happens. I think the reason why people were so on at him is because of the substitutions that he made that didn't make sense. But things happen. What can you do? You're down to 10 men, luck of the draw. Going out in the Carabao Cup.
Hold on. You can't skip over his masterclass at West Ham, where he brought on the right.
It wasn't a masterclass. He made like for like substitutions, and Jesse Lingard came up with individual brilliance. The same individual brilliance that couldn't bail him out last night against West Ham's B team. He couldn't affect the game. I wasn't even gonna blame Ollie for last night, because I was just like, the players need to look at themselves, because Ollie or not, the players that were out on the pitch were good enough to beat West Ham's B team. So I think the players need to have a long, hard look at themselves, especially one Matt. I don't know why he's still at the club. Doesn't make sense to me.
I even forgot he was there until but you randomly just see him pop up on the bench.
I know.
Like, oh look, Matt is still there.
Yeah, one Matt needs to have a look at himself. Tellez was shocking.
He hasn't played for a while though. He hasn't played, but a lot of them haven't played for a while. Donny looked good. He has to start on Saturday. He has to start
on Saturday because Donny looked good. Tony, I said it. This is Tony's last season here, and I'm a Martial fan. But the problem is that the fan base ain't going to give him time to do what he needs to do. Man hasn't played in however long, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, Tony must go out there and score 5 goals. Like, it doesn't work that way. But this is his final season because the fans aren't going to give him any more time. But it's a trophy that we're out of, and he is being touted as a man that cannot win things. So in the grand scheme of things, going out the Carabao Cup isn't such a bad thing. But because we haven't won anything in such a long time, and he has this hurdle to get over, that's why the fans are upset. I watched that game and I was just like, I wasn't upset because I kind of knew it was going to happen because it's Ole. So it is what it is. But should we go out in the third round? No. On the grand scheme of things, is it a big deal? No, because there's bigger trophies to go out for, go and get. The problem is that those bigger trophies are occupied by other teams. Champions League is probably going to be Chelsea, City, PSG, Bayern. The Premier League is either going to be Chelsea, City, or Liverpool. So now you're looking at the FA Cup as your only trophy left because you're too shit of a manager to go out and win the big ones. So if you go out in the FA Cup in January in the 4th round, you're then, therefore, you have no more reason to be in the job. You should be gone because you're not going to win any of the other 2 trophies. So, but back to the point was, the reason why there's so much clamour for him to be sacked is because everybody knows what's going to happen. Everyone can foresee it. United, the 40% of the United fan base can see what's going to happen. All the opposition fans can see what's going to happen. But opposition fans are happy to have him there because they know as long as he's there, we're no threat. But that's why the clamour was, even though he's top of the table, for him to get sacked.
Look, I would say, like, I agree with you on, not even agree with you. I make the point that there is a reason why Pep Guardiola and Mourinho cherish that League Cup trophy so much. There's a reason why Liverpool are the most successful team with that trophy.
Mm-hmm.
That trophy breeds success. And you have to breed a winning mentality in a team like Man United, whose desire is to win things. So it is very important, to win the League Cup. So I think he did make an error in that. That being said, I think United fans have to have belief that there, as you said, there are bigger trophies to be won. The FA Cup is there, and they have. Look, the league, as much as you say things, Liverpool, City, and Chelsea in for it, United right now are up there, and Ronaldo has hit the ground running. He's going to bail you out of certain games, and there's a lot of games that last year, if you got bailed out of, that you'd be closer to City. So United are going to be there and thereabouts. I think the clamour is too early. I think it doesn't help the atmosphere of the team, especially on home games. You don't want the atmosphere. So I just think it's too early, especially when they're top of the league. I think all that momentum that they built is going to slowly dissipate if the fans start getting on Ole's back this early over, little stuff like going out the Carabao Cup and the young boys game, which is, down to 10 men. So
I think the fans are just fed up. I think the fan base is just starting to get fed up, and it's because whenever this guy is faced a conundrum that he has to use tactics to get out of, he messes up every single time. Like at a Carabao Cup game, he said, "We don't know how to play against low blocks. We're not a team to just cross the ball." Like, Bridget, what are you talking about? You don't know how to play against low blocks. 80% of the teams that you come up against are going to play the low block. So surely, you being a manager, you should be able to use your tactics and your know-how to try and break teams down. City do it, Chelsea do it, Liverpool do it, Leicester do it. You know what I mean? So you coming out and saying that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And these are the things that fans are finally starting to see the light, and they're seeing him for what he truly is, which is a fraud that's been in the job. People are saying he's learning. Man's been in the job the same time as Pep. So what's he learning? What's he learning that he shouldn't know already if he's been in the job so long? Huh? Okay, I think you're on mute, bro.
Sorry, I am. I would say you can't compare Ole and Pep, man. Ole's been at the wheel, steering United to success, and then they got the stay. And this is the season. He's been building. It's
Look,
coming.
I
It's
said,
coming
I said,
home.
I said at the beginning of this season, I said there's no more excuses. So we shall see what happens. Is the clamour too soon? If you look at it isolated, yes, because it's like, what's the issue? But when you're looking at it for nearly 3 years, no, it's not, because we know what's coming. It's going to fall off. And as I said, and this is the other thing, like drawing against Southampton, not good enough. When you look at, right, after the international break, the games we got coming up, that's going to be make or break for Ollie. If Ollie's in this job, still in the job by December, then I'll be very, 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 no, I wouldn't be surprised, but something would have had to have gone right for him to still be in the job after December, because we're playing everybody week after week after week. We're playing everybody. So my whole thing is that if he's still got the job, his judge must be working for him for him to get through that, bro. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. It might be too soon, but it is what it is, isn't it? What can you do? But yeah, I'm not talking about Ollie no more, bro. There'll be a lot more Ollie to talk about, bro, when them big games come up and he's losing all of them, and I'm telling everybody that I told you so. Right?
It's so funny though, because you see him, he's always actually looking at his notes, writing stuff down.
He ain't got no notes, bro.
He's always talking to his team, and then he does
what he's
dead
looking
substitution.
at, yeah? He's looking at his contract that he's just newly received, because he cannot believe that he's hoodwinked the United board into giving him all that money for such a mediocre job, bro. That's what he's doing. He's got Coronation Street on the iPad. On his notes, he's looking at his contract, bruv, saying, "Oh my days, bruv." He's like, "Lord have mercy. How have I done this, bruv?" His thing is more pattern than Money Heist, bruv, of what he's done to get the United manager's job, bro. So he's just thanking his lucky stars right now. But look, Ronaldo's come in. He's hit the ground running. We haven't lost in the league, even though we haven't played anybody to lose in the league. So we'll see what happens, because we got a big game on the weekend against a team that took Chelsea to penalties and should have actually beat them in the league at Chelsea. So we'll see what happens with Villa. But yeah, finally, because Mr. KA can't keep his eyes open, bruv. This is
My eyes are open. I'm listening. I can hear everything. It's just the way the angles. It's the angles of the camera.
Oh my days, bro, the fraudulent activity, bro. But it's time.
I'll be like this. I'll be like this for the whole time. Then
it's time for Prem predictions.
It's just the way my eyes naturally are, man.
Mr. KA, you don't need to justify yourself, bro.
The joke with the prediction, I don't even know what KA got, but I know from the get-go this was a difficult weekend because I got hardly any scores, boy.
Hold on, where's my
that's
sheet,
you.
bro?
That's you, mate.
Where's my sheet, bro?
About a difficult weekend.
Wait, did I not predict the Chelsea Tottenham, right? Did I say 2-0? I said 2-0.
Yeah, you said 2-0, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So last week, obviously, it was Rash's inaugural bit in the Prem predictions. But Mr. KA did win it. He won it literally it's because he predicted the Arsenal result over me, because I didn't get any perfect scores, but I got the correct result for Arsenal, Burnley, Liverpool, Palace, and Spurs and Chelsea. But Mr. KA predicted that Arsenal it was going to be 1-0 to the Arsenal, and he got it. So he takes the spoils for last weekend's victory.
Where's my flowers? True.
Right.
I'm still in the lead. I've got 3.
I heard you were a bit late because you had to pop to the store to pick him up.
I'm still in the lead with 3. So I don't want people to know it. K's got 2, TJ, ST, and who else done it?
Rush.
Yeah, Rush. I've 0. So I'm still in the lead. And I plan to remain there. So I don't even know what you're trying to say. Just because you get one lucky weekend doesn't mean anything.
But over to Truth. Back to you, bro.
The first game, big game. I'm only gonna put my scoreline here. I say 3-1 Chelsea, easy 3-1. KA.
I say 3-1 Chelsea. You said
Chelsea.
3-0, right?
3-1.
Oh, you said 3-1. Sorry, I thought you said 3-0 for some reason. I thought you said 3-0. All right. No, I'll change it then. I will go with 2-0 Chelsea.
That's my favorite scoreline for Chelsea, you know. It's so solid. TJ.
2-0.
I think it's gonna be closer. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
Everyone thinks Chelsea's gonna win. Look, is this a mistake? Man United actually playing at the same time?
Yeah,
12:30.
I think it's because that Premier Sports have got some rights to games now, so they dictated that. Yeah, because the Liverpool game, the Liverpool game last week was on Premier Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they've got rights to some games.
I think that's ridiculous. I don't think you should. How can you play Man United at the same time as it? And it's an early kickoff as well.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Boy, money, boy. Man United, Aston Villa, TJ.
1-1.
I'm actually automatically going to put that down, you know. The joke is it could be 1-1. That's
the biggest joke. You know what? I'm going to go 2-1 Aston Villa.
Oh my God, this guy.
You know what's really annoying here is that all of these results could actually happen. It's not like
No, I don't know. I think Oli will get some judge, but I'm gonna go 2-1 United.
No, I think every time this guy's back is against the wall, you know what happens. He pulls a rabbit from a hat. I'm going to go 3. I'm going to go 3-1 again. Okay.
I'm going to go. This is going to be a blockbuster. 3-2.
Ooh.
To Man United.
High scoring, yeah. Liverpool, no. We're doing a special. Leeds United versus West Ham.
Why are you adding that game?
Yeah, why are we doing that game?
Why are you adding that game?
Because there's only 4 fixtures otherwise.
Oh. Who Everton playing?
They got some dead team. Everything is dead.
What about Brighton? Who are Brighton got?
You can add in Brighton.
Crystal Palace. I like that game.
Oh, no. All right, cool. We'll stick with Leeds West Ham.
Exactly. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, mate. Leeds West Ham, bruv.
I'm going high scoring. I'm going... No, I can't. I'm going to go 3-2 West Ham. Yeah, 3-2 West Ham. Okay.
I don't think it's going to be high scoring because Bamford's out for this game. If I don't know, is Rafinha back?
Yeah.
Without in it. He came off in the previous game early with a bit of a niggle. So I think without Bamford, even though he hasn't matched what he was doing last season, he still hasn't gotten going. But I think it will be 1-1.
West Ham don't do 1-1s. What's your result? TJ?
I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham.
Fair enough. Leeds haven't started this season yet.
No. This is one. Sorry.
Next one is Brentford versus Liverpool. Okay.
3-0. Liverpool. So Liverpool, sorry.
TJ?
Gonna go 1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah. Really? 1-0.
Yeah.
You guys are giving Brentford too much respect.
He
Yeah,
said
so
3-0. What
I
do you
said
think it's
3-0.
gonna
That's
be?
not respect.
Sorry, not K. DJ. That's too much respect for Brentford. I'm gonna go 4-1. Oh, but it is away.
But I don't know. I don't really see them scoring though. Liverpool, Brentford. Who is
No,
scoring for them?
Tony can't do nothing against VDV.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this is it. And they've got Henderson's going to be mopping up that middle line. So and Mbeumo's not really going to affect it either with his movement. I don't know.
I'm going 2-0 Liverpool. Because I don't see Liverpool getting 4, and I want to go 3, but K went 3, so I'm going 2-0. And last game, North London derby. TJ.
K already said 2-1, innit?
Yeah, I still reserve the right though. It only locked in when Mr. Truth types it in.
I'm going to go.
This is 1-1 all over.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm gonna go for, you know.
I know. I'm saying you're gonna go
But
1-1.
nah. I'm not. I'm gonna go. Hey, what did you say?
2-1.
I'm gonna go
2-2.
Come on, I'm actually gonna fall asleep for real.
I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2.
It's definitely gonna be good. I think it's the highest scoring fixture, one of the highest scoring fixtures in Premier League. Arsenal Tottenham. Okay, you still going 2-1? I'm going 3-0 Arsenal.
2-1.
For me, it has to be 3-0. It has to be 3-0. Like anything else than 3-0 is like get off the pitch.
A win against Tottenham is a win against Tottenham, man.
No. It has to be an humiliation. I'm not satisfied with the win, especially for the. You don't understand how many Tottenham fans have come out the woodwork, man. Like 2 men. Everyone's a Tottenham fan now. I was like uni today, and this some random girl was wearing a Tottenham shirt. I'm like, since when do girls support Tottenham? Like, when is supporting Tottenham? You know.
Oh dear. Oh mate, are we done?
Yes, yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you very much to the truth, people. That is it from us. Let us know what you think in the comment section. North London derby, it speaks for itself. Highly anticipated. Spurs aren't in the greatest form. Arsenal are coming back to form. Arteta in, as the truth and Mr. KA say. With Xhaka back as well. It's gonna be great. And people, can someone please find Harry Kane for me? We are concerned.
Don't say that because let him score.
Of his whereabouts. We need to know. So someone send the smoke signal, SOS. Let us know where he is, so we can find him. But yeah, let us know what you think, what the result's going to be, how you think it's going to go. Is Arteta gone if he loses this game? Is what Mr. KA going to come to fruition? Is Arteta gone if he loses this game? The other big game, Chelsea versus Man City, is it a done deal? Are we writing off City too quickly? Will Pep come up with a masterclass, or has Tuchel got his number? And yeah, we all know Ollie out, so we don't need to do that. And let us know. Let us know about the predictions. We always want to hear from you, so let us know what you think in the comment section. Want to say thank you. Oh no, and before we go, as usual, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button, share, get it out there. As I said, the only channel with a variety of different sports, with plenty of banter, but in-depth analysis, not chatting shit like some of these other channels. Want to say thank you very much to my guys, The Truth and Mr. KA. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Yes.
People coming up, obviously, it's a big week. Unfortunately, we couldn't get UFC preview done for you due to technical difficulties. Huh?
Is it 268?
Now 266.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'm waiting for just Kobe and thingy.
We couldn't get it done because of technical difficulties. I think Mr. K was interfering with my internet, so we couldn't get it done.
What? What did I do?
But yeah, we're definitely gonna have a review for you. We're gonna have a review.
These guys just hate on me, man.
We're gonna have a review for Just Your Usyk as well. Footie Talk will be back, and people.
Let's get the hashtag going. Justice for KA, man. These guys just always ganging up on me, man.
This guy, bro. No justice
for KA. Free KA.
Let me wrap up, bro. And finally, as we're here, people, we're gonna have to get NBA talk, the preview, because the NBA is back next week, Sunday. So we're gonna have to have it.
Yeah. I said the same thing. I was like, whoa.
Oh
like,
my days.
It feels like it only just ended not too long ago.
I'm telling you, so people, it's going to be a jam-packed one next week. So make sure you tune in for that. But yeah, people, stay safe out there, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.